President Biden launches his midterm campaign efforts this week, but more Democrats in key races are saying, no thanks, Mr. President. When asked if they want Biden on the campaign trail with them, some vulnerable candidates like Colorado Senator Michael Bennet have no comment, while Senate hopeful Tim Ryan claims they won't be extending an invitation. Why is that? Let's bring in Fox News contributor Newt Gingrich, author of Defeating Big Government Socialism. He joins us right now with reaction. Newt, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So it sounds like they either don't want him to come or they avoid him when he shows up in their districts. Ultimately, is it for their campaigns right now, Joe Biden is box office poison?
Well, look, I think that they think he weakens them. And I think that they have two problems. One is you never quite know how well he will perform or whether it'll be one of those embarrassing events where he can't remember what state he's in or who he's campaigning for or whatever. And then second, in a lot of states, particularly where we have Senate races, they're not Biden states. I mean, Biden in California probably would be okay. Biden in New York might be okay. But you start taking Biden to Nevada or to Ohio, the one example you used, or to Pennsylvania, and I think suddenly you have Georgia, for example. Herschel Walker will probably win in the end because Warnock is so closely tied to Biden, and I think Biden in Georgia is at like 38%. Right. So his national average is actually stronger than his average in the individual states that happen to have Senate races this year.
Right. Okay, let's move from the Democrat Party to the Republican Party. Liz Cheney, who was handed a stunning defeat in the primary in the great state of Wyoming, she was on ABC yesterday and talked a little bit about the state of your Republican Party. Listen to this.
Large portions of our party, including the leadership of our party, both at a state level in Wyoming as well as on a national level with the RNC, is very sick. And that, we really have got to decide whether or not we're going to be a party based on substance and policy, or whether we're going to remain, as so many of our party are today, in the grips of a dangerous former president.
Newt, she says your party is sick. What do you say to that?
I've known Liz for most of her life, at least since she was an adult, and I'm amazed. There's a deep policy difference, there's no question. Trump ran in many ways as a repudiation of the Bush-Cheney administration. But to go back home to the people that you claim to represent, to only get 29% support, and then decide that the other 61, they're the ones who are wrong. They're the ones who are sick. I think that Liz has arrogated to herself a standard of being the moral judge of millions and millions of Americans. There aren't 73 or 75 million Americans who voted for Trump because they're sick. They voted for Trump because they deeply dislike the establishment, and no matter what you tell them about Trump, they dislike the establishment even more. And so it's amazing to me that nobody who's in the anti-Trump faction has stopped to say, what is it we're doing that repels so many Americans? That, again, Wyoming's a great example. The Cheney name was a one-time magic. Now it doesn't just get beat, it gets humiliated. I mean, 29% is a sign that, take away the Democrats who switched parties to vote for her, she got probably 1 out of every 4 Republicans. It's amazing. So I don't take what she says very seriously.
Well, she says she's kind of hinted she might run for president. Let's see what she does next. Newt.
Bring it on.
Newt, thank you very much for joining us live.
Thank you.
You bet. I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.